Hello, it's the next day, and now we'll continue with Act 2, and Act 3, sorry, and we're going to the desert, so...
We finally made it to Caravan Rebat! It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel.
Ooh, it's the...
made to block sandstorms from the
rebark.
outside.
That's so cool.
Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
It is indeed quite impressive, truly awe-inspiring. They call it a wall.
Enough gawking.
Oh, HAITHAM.
Come on, follow me.
Oh, does he know what we're doing, or...
Huh?
What's he doing here? Exactly, where did he come from?
Over here.
How do you know? Oh my gosh. Oh, wait.
Ethan went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him.
Wait a minute.
Wonder what he's up to.
Can't catch up. Wait. Wait, Dendro boy, wait. I can't wait to pull for him. He looks so cool. He just suddenly appeared out of nowhere. I haven't seen him since Port Ormos.
Where did she go?
Who?
How did we lose them? They were just here a
us?
second ago.
They were... Oh, okay. They were chasing us?
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time?
Oh no.
Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
Please, don't use the sneak function.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you
What
a
is
long
he
time
doing
ago.
here? I mean, I'm glad he's here. I'm thankful he helped us, but I was so surprised. I was expecting to see... I don't know who I was expecting to see, but thanks, AL HAITHAM. We couldn't have shaken them without you.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, AL HAITHAM. We never thought we'd run into
Same.
you here.
I wasn't expecting it too.
Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh no, Paimon's so scared.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
He's still using the Akasha terminal. This can't be good.
Oh, right. You
Or
do
it-
have a point.
Kinda knows what's going on with the Akasha terminal. Did you participate in the Sage's big project?
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And
Oh,
these
that's
days,
why he doesn't
you're
get
more
along with
fascinating than
CYNO.
anything the sages can offer.
So, you're actually looking for me?
Not quite. To tell you the truth,
Oh yeah,
I'm
he
still
stole
investigating the
that.
divine knowledge capsule.
Stole that from the guy who was
Unfortunately,
possessed.
I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the divine knowledge capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Well, since you did save us, I suppose we can. It must be because I was so shocked to hear those words again. World, forget me.
AL HAITHAM, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
The situation is a little complicated. I can't share what I know just yet.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close
I
to
love
your
his eye
chest.
color. It's like orange and light blue. Pretty.
But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the divine knowledge capsule. Am I right? No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
Yes.
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Sounds good. Let's head there together then. I'm so glad. I hope we can get him soon. I want another Dendro character.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Alright, so here we are. And we're about to go into uncharted territory. I have seen some of it because I've watched some streamers do some pulls in the desert. So I'm quite excited. Oh, let's follow the Sealy since we're here anyway. Follow the Sealy. Follow the Sealy. Are we going zigzaggy? Are those guys hostile? Oh! Oh! Fire mushrooms!
Hold the line!
I can't wait for Nilo. I'm gonna be pulling for CYNO later, and hopefully we get some Kandaki. I can't say Candace because I all I think about is Phineas and Ferb Candace. So Kandaki or Kandake. Because I heard she's a good, allegedly a good support for Nilo. Okay, we're gonna ignore most of the stuff here. We're just gonna go straight to that and unlock the map. For the little waypoints, I'll do that probably on stream. Or off stream. Let's see. What is this? It's a scorpion.
Right here. Right
Oh
now.
yeah, I do have to farm the scarab beetles for CYNO as well. Oh neat. Oh, they were animals. They're not mobs. Okay, I'm so sorry. So I'm guessing they don't have the jumpy mushrooms here. So it's gonna make climbing these things a bit more time consuming because no boost from the mushrooms. Alright. Back to basics.
Time to go.
Oh, I'm locked out of co-op. Okay. Ooh, this looks cool. This village looks so cool. It's way cooler than... Oh. Got some crystal flies? I was expecting something like Gerudo Village, but this looks cooler. It's completely different since we're under the... What do you call those? Under those structures. Gerudo Village, or the town in Breath of the Wild. It's like out in the open. No valleys like this, or whatever you call those.
Whoa. This landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
Oh, cutscene! Oh, yes, let's go. Ah! Here's the part in the trailer. Why are we still using the dull blade? Oof. Oof. I'm definitely pulling for these two.
CYNO.
Wait, do we fight him? I don't want to fight him. I want to be friends with him.
We have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Haitham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Is he tall? Is he a tall model? Or is he like Kazuha model?
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me.
Excuse us. I doubt that.
Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al Haitham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General
Yes.
Mahamatra CYNO, head of all the Matra at the
Ooh,
Academia.
General.
He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al Haitham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time.
Really?
I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I don't trust him as much as you seem to think. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stand by and do nothing.
Has Al Haitham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things.
Oh,
Al Haitham,
the divine knowledge
I
capsule.
saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
I love these two.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
You did lie to us.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, CYNO. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious?
Ooh, what's happening here?
If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
True. Is it a mission from the sages?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh! What you do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
We'll play both of them.
Ahem. Well, look at
Yay,
you
someone
two,
we
acting
know
all
we can
tough and
trust.
Self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia?
We love the
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust!
same Paimon.
You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again!
Look at Lamine smiling, so cute. She's so happy to be like Dia's like a beacon of light because we didn't know what to do with these two fighting.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other.
Aid.
But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village?
True, take it outside.
It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Tell him, Dia. Neither of them can afford to be distracted by Dia. They're still looking for an opportunity to attack.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
It's a stare down. They're having a staring contest. Let's leave. Whoosh.
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong! Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away!
Oh, that's true. Let's tie you to the ground, Paimon.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
It's Kandaki at the back.
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Yes, ma'am.
Calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong! Let's get over there!
Oh, is this gonna be our desert squad? Yes, it's like, I remember doing the Devalden part of Mondstadt's quest, and we have Gian, we have Diluc, we have Venti with us. Did I miss anyone? It's just them three, right? Yeah, it's so fun.
That sounded like Candace.
Candace.
Come on, you two. Jeez,
Mom,
are all of you academia
Phineas and
folks
Ferb
such
making a
hard
title
work?
sequence.
Move it!
Right, move it, let's go.
All right, stop yelling.
Jeez. If you would just not look at each other, please? Let's go. Great. Great. I just bought the recipe for baklava a while ago in the Puspa Cafe in Sumeru City, and I love baklava, and it also gives a crit rate buff, so I can't wait to substitute my satisfying salad for baklava whenever I need some crit buff. Look at these two, I can't with them. If you hear some clicking of keyboards, it's me just taking a screenshot. Look at these two. Oh my goodness. Ugh.
Well, this is pretty awkward.
We're like, we don't know what to say.
Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure,
Such a
why
funny
not? Sounds fun.
situation.
Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
We've never seen Paimon walk, right? That would be interesting. Come on, Paimon, you don't have to fly anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone.
Candace!
This is the home
Candace!
of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down.
Oh, four major characters. I mean, 4 playable characters at least. 5 if you include Traveler.
Please, let me introduce myself. I am
Love her
Candace,
eyes too.
protector of Aru village.
And the Ankh symbol as her necklace. Or is it like a pendant?
Our savior has
Her design
come
is
at
so
last.
cool.
Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
You have my gratitude.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
And the moon headpiece. Oh, beautiful.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
Oh
Alright.
man.
Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us.
I hope I can get these three characters in this screenshot soon.
So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest.
Oh, CYNO's a Kazuha height model too, because Candace is taller.
If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Sure. Which means AL HAITHAM is gonna be the next model, next tall male model that I'll get, unless they release the Tori first, which I don't think they will. It's gonna be Scaramouche first, probably.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia.
Dia wasn't even doing anything.
Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
Yeah, let's talk it out, guys.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Silent treatment. Never works, guys. It never works.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While AL HAITHAM wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
What? Excuse me?
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself.
Yes, of course.
I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning.
Getting things from you.
Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk.
Oof.
He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
Oof. It was like telling internal review to, well, not do their job.
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the
sorry.
academia of today.
So you then decided to exile yourself.
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own
Taking
name.
everything in me to not pull for him after this cutscene. I mean, after this dialogue.
CYNO seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
It's still too early to trust him completely. What if that whole story was just made up?
Well, CYNO, if that's your story, then why did you see AL HAITHAM as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between AL HAITHAM and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler.
Oof.
Do you dispute this, AL HAITHAM?
Ooh, things are getting interesting.
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
I see. Oh, I love this shot. It's like kind of back to back, kind of like a movie poster. The cliche movie poster template, you know? From the very beginning, AL HAITHAM was... Sages were watching me from the very beginning.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
AL HAITHAM?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward?
That's true, that's true.
So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
Ooh.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
What about your encounter with me? Did you join forces with me just so you could investigate us?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Knew about us.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Now that you mention it, things did go like that. Is that enough to prove his innocence?
That's true. AL HAITHAM helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize if that's worth anything to you.
Oh, of course it is.
I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied.
Yes, sir.
After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
Agree.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al Haitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion.
Kandake and Dia are like, looking back and forth. I'm like, yes, okay. Are you all good now?
Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
For now.
As you wish.
Ila.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing
Candace
up your
is happy.
misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your
Wait, she didn't
turn.
do anything though. She just had a weird way of mediating.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out.
She's so funny.
My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from
hope
an
she's doing
illness at
alright.
home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru Village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back
eyes.
together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Yeah, she wasn't really involved. She's alright.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
Are they friends? Aww.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Oh, cute. What was that?
Whoa! What was that?
I'm telling you guys, there's storytelling in just these dialogues, like not including the cutscenes, because the cutscenes are always so good. The execution of the dialogue, the camera work and stuff, they're getting so much better.
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is
Also,
at a
we're getting more
disadvantage.
tall female
needn't
models, which I
worry.
love. The only tall female model I have right now, aside from Lisa, is Yai Miko. So I have to get Candace. She looks like a Claymore user, and I'm not a huge fan of the Claymore playstyle, so let's see. I only really liked Ito's Claymore playstyle.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
She looks so cool though. If I have some spare wishes, why not?
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
The boys are as chatty as the floor. Right. Let's go. Oh man, I want to pull now, but I want to do it on stream. So many wishes. If we do lose 50-50, I hope it's Tignari. Oh, this looks so cool. Where are we? I wasn't even able to activate the... Okay, let's... Oh, here. Teleport waypoint. This place is so cool. What is... He looks out of place. What are you doing here? Oh, he's a merchant. Oh shit, we picked up a world quest. Oh no. Oh no! Can I skip? Can I avoid these guys first? I'm gonna unlock the... Oh, what is this? Animo. Ooh! Cool! New mechanics.
Time to go.
Nice. Oh, that's such a wide area. Sumeru is the biggest area we have so far, and I'm not complaining. I have so much places to explore. I haven't even finished the rainforest. Look at that exploration compared to my Leo and Mondstadt. Embarrassing. That's alright. I stopped playing too much of Genshin this year actually, so we're gonna take it slow. I don't even have enough Dendro sigils to upgrade it. Hello, Rift Hounds.
Whew. Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Not only is she really strong, her stamina is also something else.
Ah, here comes another wave!
And take it, we have
Leave
Kokomi.
this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
I got interrupted earlier.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action.
Oh,
I'll leave these to you
I
then.
hope we can get a Dia trial, but of course that's not happening because she's not even released as a playable character yet.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
I hope they can let other characters help us fight, like Rana, like what they did with the Rana quest.
Rust and revamp emerge right now.
The wind knows it. Wind strider.
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up? The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
Let's look at this shot. Paimon, please go away. This shot is really cool if Paimon wasn't there.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Is this the village chief?
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of
Yes.
Aru Village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Uncle Anpu, it's a pleasure to meet you. Sorry for all the trouble.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if
he's so
such
polite.
sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Oh, okay.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? What is that?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia.
Mad scholars?
Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest.
Like Hypatia. You know, I know CYNO's personality is like, he likes saying corny jokes and stuff. It doesn't seem like it so far. It's funny. Can't wait to see that side of him.
The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Inari also brought this up before. Hypatia was also nearly exiled to the desert.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace.
Oh, is it like the hypnotized or possessed holy turtles going back to the chasm? Maybe something like that, but relating to the Torre or the Fatoui's plot.
But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
Of course. So this is our desert chapter squad. I love it. We have a team.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
It would have been so cool if I had all of these characters in my team right now.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Alright, chill guys, chill.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
I'll help too.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this!
You know, it was
We
said.
need to help get them back home, safe and sound!
It is said that there's a very fine line between genius and insane.
But, is it really a good idea to tag along with CYNO? You seem like you really don't trust him.
That's why this is a great opportunity to watch him. It'll be fine. Dia and others are here too.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates.
Oh? Thanks, I guess.
Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Spot, like a campfire? No, it's so difficult to not look around and explore. Okay, our conquest first. Maybe I should have done... No, I have to get this over with so I can go in as blind as I possibly can. And also I'm gonna try to look for scarab beetles while we explore around. Are those coconuts?
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Why do they refer to the mad scholars as village keepers?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down.
Ooh, interesting.
Initially, the people of Aru village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground.
Ooh.
And after that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, Traveler?
Must have been Nahida's power. Only she could be capable of doing that.
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, CYNO, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
In theory,
Oh yeah,
they would
Sina's not
continue
wearing
wearing
a
them so
terminal
the
too.
academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
True. And speaking of Nahida, I almost forgot about her. She's trapped, right? We have to go save her.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, Then it appears you possess much more information than I do.
Well, we actually met the Dendro Archon, so...
So, what do you make of the story?
That mad scholar's power likely came from Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
Oh no, you don't disrespect her like that.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
Like, you know, flush your worries away. Like, flush your Duke away or something like that. She also saved me once, not long ago. We saved Sumeru City together in the not-so-distant past.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth!
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be?
This be?
To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
Let's
But
go.
easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Oh, it's a child.
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak.
Isak.
You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to
Aw.
call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Maybe he adopted him.
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague
No way,
feeling
you knew
that they
that.
didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. CYNO, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Please help him, CYNO.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Let's go. And the K. Where are you? The new pet, the Cloud Retainer one, the Cloud Retainer gift is also so cute. It's my favorite pet so far. As he approached the village chief's house, CYNO asks
CYNO is
Isak to
super
wait nearby.
vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
Oh, hello, we have come asking for questions.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
We have come asking questions. I don't know where the four came from.
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking.
It's like Tranquil in the Dragon Age universe. Like, the Tranquil are like mages, but they oh, it's complicated, never mind. I refuse to explain it here.
Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives.
True, that's true.
It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Lucid Grandpa was probably Nahida. She must have soothed the other mad scholars as well. From the look on Cyno's face, he's probably connected the dots as well.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Cyno?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Cyno.
Alright, so we are taking the kid with us, apparently, even though it might be dangerous.
Hey, Isak!
Are you listening again?
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Your grandpa will be found safe and sound.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Alright. Let's ask the local residents
This
some
alright sounds so
questions first.
tired. Are you tired, Cyno? I wonder where Heya and AL HAITHAM went. Act 3 complete? What is this? Is this Act 4 already? Oh, okay. Okay, I'll combine the last footage with this one, and Act 4 will be a separate video. Alright, I'll see you guys in Act 4. I'm currently enjoying the desert even though I've only had like 20 minutes of experience in it, but I'll see you next time.